to change subjects completely, and it was something that a couple of y'all kind of brought up, and I'm just kind of curious. Jim, you had made some comment that we used to have 7 precincts here in Lubbock, and now we've gone to 4. Just address, I mean, each one of you can. I'm just curious, why? I mean, our population has grown considerably since back in those days, and we had 7, and now we've got 4. Should we look at having more precincts here in Lubbock because or can we do it with 4? I'm just kind of curious why we had 7 when it's now 4.
In 1991, the Commissioners Court reduced those 7 precincts in a cost-cutting measure to coincide with the County Commissioners Precinct and moved all of those offices into the Lubbock County Courthouse. We used to have an office in Slayton, Idlew, Wolford, and Shallowater. But in an economic move to save taxpayer dollars, they moved all 4 of those offices into the courthouse and reduced support staff and clerks from 18 down to 12 now, I believe, 12 clerks. And with the advancements in technology, we're able to carry that load. We are a very busy court. Precinct 1 out at Wolforth is the busiest court because in that precinct, that particular judge has a city the size of Plainview in it, in that being in Texas Tech University. Texas Tech University has 50 uniformed police officers, 20-mile-an-hour speed zone. So just by the fact that she has that gives her a lot more cases. My court, Precinct 2, is the second highest court, handling over 7,000 cases last year. And then Judge Hernandez, Precinct 3, is number 3. And then Judge Hanson has in Precinct 1, has the least amount of criminal cases filed. And that may be just because the layout of our highway system and coming into the city. I'm not sure why that happens. I think probably my caseload is heavy because of the strip that we had in US 87. But nonetheless, that's my response to why they...
We'll just come back this direction, if that's okay. Would you like to address that question?
Sure. Jim's exactly right. When we went from 7 to 4, it was a cost-cutting measure. The Commissioners Court at that particular time did not ask for our input. They kind of pushed it on us. We were in support of 4 JPs and perhaps a 5th JP, but they didn't listen to us and they didn't care what we had to say. So we went with it. I was actually the one that set up the accounting systems and divided the cases from the 7 into the 4. We were more of a rural county then and not near as advanced as we are now. So I took that upon myself and did it, and we're still in that system. As Jim also alluded, all 4 courts are blowing and going, okay? Actual civil cases, since it's gone to 10,000, I get boxes of civil cases. Mine's tripled, and we each have varying duties. Judge Hernandez, Precinct 3, has more evictions and more truancy cases, but that doesn't mean Jim doesn't have them, and that doesn't mean I doesn't have. We have a bunch too, but she has the most. Precinct 4, Judge Stratton, as he alluded, has Texas Tech, so they get the most criminal. Precinct 1, which is me, I'm the civil. I get the most civil cases. Precinct 2, Judge Doolin, he has a very equal caseload. He has a lot of tickets, he has a lot of civil, and we all get hot check cases. But no one has ever complained, and we have a pretty good record of meeting when we have a problem. None of the 4 JPs has ever complained. We need to shift it around. The workload, actually, in the way I just described to you, is very balanced. And even though all 4 courts are working hard and are blowing and going, Jim and I have never had a discussion saying, you know, we need to ask for a 5th JP. I don't think that's on the horizon. And it's because when you have working judges and you've got the right technology in place and the right mindset, we're doing an incredible job, and nobody ever trumpets it, but we're saving the taxpayers a whole ton of money because we work hard and because we have efficiencies built in to reduce the amount of staff. We don't need a 5th judge.
The comment I was going to make, and Judge Hanson may dispute this, but it comes from one of his supporters, Robert Pratt, is that Jim Hanson supported the older, more expensive way of doing it, the 7 JPs, and opposed making the changes. That's incorrect. Feel free to correct me.
No, as I said, the commissioners didn't really care what we had to say. But the 7, it was really a contentious thing because the commissioners were really ugly about it, and I'll just leave it at that. And it was contentious, but I was in support of the 5 JP plan, and they went with the 4 JP plan.
To be honest with you, it's been going good the way it has for the last 12 years or so, and I think it's fine the way it is. So 4 is good.
Okay.